Hello everyone and welcome to our video today. Thank you again for subscribing to this YouTube channel. I'm super pumped to be sharing all of this great information with you. Today, this video is going to help those of you that are brand new to yoga feel more comfortable walking into a yoga class, as well as those of you that may feel lost currently in a yoga class, learn how to find the correct poses. So we're gonna review some of the most common standing yoga poses that require the most strength, the most core work, the most stability, and understanding rotation. So should your hips be internally rotated or externally rotated? How should your palms be? Where should you be looking in the pose? And other aspects of poses that sometimes we can get really lost in. So you might have to pause this video to review the movements and allow yourself to really understand your body. Your alignment is going to be different than mine because all of our bodies are different, but that's going to give you an opportunity to feel the pose in a different way. So I look forward to working with you today, and let's get started soon. All right, everyone. So just a reminder, these are not all of the yoga poses. These are just a couple of standing poses using both of your feet that I find to be really helpful to have some information and background on before you start a yoga practice. Also, it's helpful to review these poses while you have been practicing yoga for a while to see kind of where they transform and where your body starts to change. So we are going to start in a crescent lunge. So go ahead and just turn around on your mat, and you'll face long ways. We're gonna allow our left foot to step back. So as I step my left foot back, it's gonna make this large shape that we call lunge. So imagine you're at the gym, you have dumbbells in your hand, and you're doing a lunge. This is the same concept, except we don't move, we stay still. So I'm lifting from my back bottom. I'm picking up my front hip flexor, and I'm bending my front knee. As I push with my back heel, I'm lifting from the back of the knee as well, which is allowing my front knee to come forward. From this pose, I want you to feel your stomach lift up. So instead of falling forward, which is a really common error in this pose, or being way back here where we're not bending the knee, I want you to find that 90-degree bend. Again, it's just a direction, it's a goal. You might not be there today. And then from there, you can inhale, extend your arms to the sky. Or if you're feeling nervous or off balance, maybe your hands to your heart or to your hips. So you'll just deepen the bend of the front knee and then find crescent. Inhale, reach your arms up. If you want, you can try to add a back bend. Now again, for a back bend, we don't come out of our lunge. We stay deep and then we allow ourselves to lean back. Exhale, release your hands to your hips, straighten your front leg. And then slowly you can pivot forward towards me to do your other side. So you'll pivot around. Again, push your heel back. Engage your inner thighs. We call this adduction, hugging in. Your hips are parallel to the front of your mat. And you're also squeezing everything in the midline, which engages your core. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, deepen your lunge. And if you want, try to add your back bend. Your hands can be at your heart. They can be at your hips. They can reach up with the palms together, possibly finding your temple mudra. And then from there, you can really lunge back, which starts to open the hip flexor even more. So this pose, back heel is lifted. Your hips are facing forward, whichever direction you're facing, and your body is hugging in. All right? So that pose is really common to Warrior One. So for Warrior One, we're back at the top of our mat. We're gonna take our right foot to the center of our mat, and then we're gonna take our left foot back, and then boom, you found your lunge again. From here, we're gonna heel toe, so literally heel and toe your foot over to the right. We're gonna slowly straighten both legs and then ground our back heel for Warrior One. So this pose, the hips are still facing forward. So that means they're square. It also means they're moving inward. What happens in this pose is that we tend to externally rotate our back hip, but that would be Warrior Two. So Warrior One, Virabhadrasana A, the hips are facing forward. This is really hard for athletes because you're very tight in your hip flexors, your pelvis, and your glutes. This is also hard to understand the movement. So soften your front toes, so maybe pick them up, put them back down, bend the front knee. My belly button wants to be facing straight ahead, which will help you find the pose. So look for your belly button, and then from there, press with your back heel. Inhale, reach your arms up, Warrior One. Again, you don't want to be lunging forward. I want you to keep your head straight on top of your hips so your spine is straight, or you can start to lean back a little bit from here. Now again, this pose can be really challenging because it pulls a lot on your back hip. And you're also going to feel very different from one side to the other. So let's inhale, straighten. Exhale, pivot towards me. And then just take the same pose on the other side. You shouldn't really have to move your feet except take your back foot and step it slightly over. So your feet are not in alignment. The right foot is over to the right. Your left foot is over to the left. Very important. Your front knee's bending to a place that feels comfortable, and then this back hip, pull it forward. Another way to help you with this pose, inhale, raise your right arm as you straighten your left leg. Use your core and pull your pelvis forward. Exhale, deeply bend your front knee, and then you can bring both arms up. So that kind of trains the hips to move into the pose. Take a breath in, and then gently release, breath out. Pivot back towards me. From here, we're going to gently move into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana B. Right foot is facing forward, just like it is in Crescent Lunge, as well as Warrior 1. Front knee is bending. Big difference in this pose is that look at my back foot. It is fully turned, which we call a 90-degree turn towards the camera, so towards you. My heel is aligned with my back heel, or my front heel is aligned with my back arch. Two options. Take the front knee, bend it forward. You should be able to see your big toe, and if you look to the outside, you see your pinky toe. So your knee is aligned with your middle toe, and then we extend our arms from front to back here. So you should feel the same alignment from the back middle finger running through the chest across the heart to your front middle finger. Let's go ahead and inhale, straighten our front leg just so that you can feel your body here. And then exhale, deeply bend the front knee. Engage the stomach nice and strong. Warrior 2, my stomach is now facing you. It's not facing forward. So again, my hips have externally rotated. My back foot is pressing a lot. My front foot is pressing a lot. And there's this action of pulling the mat apart in your feet without actually moving them. Let's go ahead and take one more breath on this side. Inhale, straighten, pivot, and we'll take the second side. So you'll just pivot your feet. Again, one foot faces directly to the back. This foot has turned in, 90-degree turn. Release the back hand behind you, your front arm forward, and then bend the front knee. And you might notice major differences from side to side, and that's super normal. Again, inhale, straighten, and then when you're ready, exhale, bend. And there's a softness in your foot. So even though we're pushing with our feet, we're creating this softness with our toes. Take another breath, and then inhale, straighten. Exhale, pivot back to center. From here, we're gonna move into side angle variation, okay? So you're gonna pivot your foot forward. Now, side angle generally is offered after Warrior 2 or in a sequence similar to having Warrior 2. And you'll notice the more that you practice, we as teachers tend to sequence the poses based on the direction of the hips. So since our hips are already externally rotated, you're already in Warrior 2, it's easy to move into side angle. So forearm to thigh. Top arm can stop here. Bicep can come by the ear, but watch my palm. It gently starts to rotate, and then my shoulder aligns with my ear, which then starts to open and expand my ribs. Watch my back leg. Don't let it collapse. Stay strong here. How do you make this pose bigger? Lower the palm down to the inside or outside of your foot. So option here or to the outside. This top arm can always stay up. Otherwise, allow it to come forward. Use the strength of your legs. Stay in Warrior 2 legs. Come back up to Warrior 2. Pivot, shift, foot turns. Exhale, Warrior 2. Good job. And then lower your forearm. Inhale the opposite arm over the head. And on this side, I really feel the pull from the front of my leg because my right side is tighter and yours might be too. Take a big breath in. Stay. Maybe lower the palm, stack the shoulders, or reach over the head. Or again, to the outside of the foot, it's totally up to you. Staying here is a great option, but be aware of the shoulder. You're not dropping in, you're staying lifted. So very active in all your muscles. Take one more breath. Exhale, come back to your Warrior 2 shape. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, pivot. and then we'll go back to the front side one more time. So now you've explored crescent lunge, warrior one, warrior two, and side angle. So we're gonna move into reverse warrior. So you're gonna bend your front knee, take your arms back to warrior two. You've been here many times. So again, crescent lunge, warrior one, your hips are square to the front of the room. They're internally rotating. Warrior two, side angle, reverse warrior, your hips are open, externally rotating. So you should feel like your pelvis is being pulled apart. Find warrior two. Reverse warrior, take your back palm, lots of options for this pose. Slide it to your back hamstring, and then just reach up. How do you make it bigger? Avoid the knee, reach for the calf muscle, keep the front knee in warrior two, and your stomach strong. Don't let it go. And then really reverse, so lengthen your body here. Take a full breath in, and then exhale, return to warrior two. Inhale, straighten, remember that knee stayed just like it has been. Pivot, and then we'll pivot to the second side. So again, deepen the bend. You're right, back to warrior two. Land in your pose. From here, inhale, flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Breath in, really create all this space. So I want you to find as much room as you can in the side of your body. And then exhale, return. Warrior two. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, pause. So a great way to practice these poses, they can be linked together and it looks just like this, okay? So you'll find the top of your mat. You're gonna inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. We'll start with just the right side and then you can do the left side on your own. Take the left foot, step it back. Boom, my heel is reaching, my front knee is bending, and I have arrived in crescent lunge. Exhale, my hands to my hips, straighten your front leg. Heel toe, right foot to the right. That way the hips have some room. Anchor the back heel, bend the knee, and now your hips are firing, moving forward. Virabhadrasana A, warrior one. Offer a big back bend. Exhale, we're gonna pivot our feet, open our hips. Land, warrior two. You should have more room in this pose, which allowed your feet to open further. From here, exhale, side angle, forearm to thigh. Great option. Make it bigger if you want. Fall into this pose and feel your body. Stay in warrior two legs. Come back up. Reverse your warrior on your inhale. Deep breath. Exhale, warrior two. Pivot the hips forward. You understand that movement. Big step. And then you'll do the second side. So the same thing on the left. Don't forget to always practice both, even if one side is harder for you than the other, because you always want to make sure both of your hips are strong, they're able, and that you feel well. If you have any questions about these poses and you want to learn more, please feel free to comment below with any questions, and hopefully you enjoyed learning some new aspects of yoga. Thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your day.